So I am making another really quick flatbread. So these are gram flour rotis or chapatis, and they are from my new book Healthy Indian Vegetarian, which is out now, so please do check out online where it is available. I will leave a couple of links in the description box, and they are the gram flour rotis from the book. They are really quick to make, they are ready in minutes, and if you don't have time, you can rest the dough for 2 minutes and not longer. But if you have time, then rest the dough for 15 minutes or so. So let's get cooking. And like any other flatbreads, they go with absolutely everything. And I have got a really delicious mushroom curry I'm serving with it today. That recipe is also from the book, and you can find that recipe very soon on my channel. Start with 200 grams of chapati flour. If you don't have chapati flour, you can mix whole wheat flour, half and half plain flour. To this I'm going to add 50 grams of Gramflour chickpea flour, also called besan. And now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of dry fenugreek leaves or kasuri methi. You can buy them in all supermarkets. And also a tablespoon of oil. You can use rapeseed oil. I'm using sunflower oil. Just a bit of oil to this, and then just mix it all up. And now I've got here 120 ml of water. I always say when making flatbreads or any kind of bread actually to never add the whole water together. Whatever the measurement it says in the recipe, always add little at a time and see how much you need, because you know, you might need a bit more, you might need a bit less. So just add little at a time. This is a really simple dough to make because it just needs, you just basically need to bring it together. It doesn't need much kneading, so it's an easy one. See, I've used up all the 120. I need a little bit more. Now this has come together really nicely, and I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on top of the dough. I'm going to cover and let it rest for at least 15 minutes. So this is nice and rested, and you can make it into 8 portions depending on what size bread you want. You can make it 8 portions will give you a nice size chapatis or rotis. That's it, and I'm going to start rolling them. This is my chapati or flatbread making kind of setup. So I've got this wooden board and a rolling pin, and it's a set. So that's called chakla, and this is called belan. And I've had this I bought this in Mumbai. Actually, my dad bought it when I moved to Mumbai, and then I moved here to the UK, and it has stayed with me the whole time. So this is really quite special for me, and I use it almost every day for making rotis and chapatis. So yeah, you can wash it, and it just dries out, and you know, I've had it, like I said, over 20 years now. So I'm going to start with each portion. So I've got one portion, and I am going to very slightly roll it in some dry flour, and just you want it around 6 to 7 inch roti, so you just roll it out into a circle, and I've got a nice hot pan which we call tawa, and actually I got that from India as well, but I'm sure you can find it online. So here is my hot tawa, and I'm going to cook these for 2 to 3 minutes, a minute and a half on each side. And once they start to bubble up, I'll show you. So just keep an eye. It's quite quick actually. Once it starts to get these bubbles, it's time to turn it around and keep the heat to medium. And once they start to bubble up on this side, I'm going to turn it over again. And when it starts to bubble up, I'm going to turn it over and then just press and cook this on this side as well. And that's it, our roti is ready. And as soon as they are ready, I have got here some homemade ghee, and I'm just gonna put, obviously you can spread some butter on it, some nice salted butter, or ghee is really easy to make at home. You can find the recipe, and then just spread it. So these are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, packed with flavor. You can make it as a wrap. You can fill lots of stuff in, just roll it up. Delicious, healthy wraps. Or you can have it with a curry. And I am eating it with some mushroom and cashew curry. The recipe is from my new book, and I will share it on the channel very soon. So, match made in heaven. I would just happily put some pickle on it or some green coriander chutney, roll it up and eat it. So good for picnics, for lunch boxes. So fantastic. The good thing is that if you want to make it gluten-free, you can use gluten-free flour instead of plain flour in here, but you need some kind of flour to help bind the chickpea flour. And you can make the dough, keep it in the fridge for 2 to 3 days, even 4 days actually, and whenever you want it, leave the dough out and let it get settled in room temperature, and then make fresh rotis whenever you want it. Please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, let me know which is your favorite flatbreads I've shared so far. I love to hear back from you guys, and I'll see you very soon with another new recipe. Bye for now.